These last couple of days, I've been thinking about something that's got me really upset. Is the fact that people are still buying jumper cables when we have jump starters these days that can do so much more than just plain old jumper cable.
There is no way, I mean no way, that jump packs replace jumper cables. Let me explain. You see, jump packs have a very complex battery system, which once charged, it slowly loses energy. So you have to charge it again. Not a big deal, you say. I understand that. But you have to think about what and when you're going to use it. You see, jumper cables you can stick in your car in the trunk and forget about them. They may even be 10 years old, and when you need them, you pull them out and they work as long as you have another car there to help you jump the car. With a jump pack, you can't throw it in your trunk and forget about it, because what will happen is the heat or the cold will slowly degrade your battery, so that when you remember that it's in your car, you go grab it out and go to charge it, the battery's been degraded, and within a year or less, the battery is shot. Ask any technician that carries batteries for their drills and things like that on their truck, how quickly their batteries ruin compared to them having to take it inside and outside. Now, you may be a diligent person and say, Ed, I'm going to go ahead and charge my stuff and keep it charged, and I'm going to take it in the house and out of the house every single day. Well, then you are superior than most of John Q public, because most people don't do that. Heck, there's many technicians that have whole tool bunches and have to replace their batteries every few years because they don't do that. So yes, if you're willing to take your jump pack in the house every day with you and then take it back out with you to work along with your lunch bag, then you're probably a good candidate to try to replace your jumper cables. But wait, it doesn't do everything that jumper cables does. So let me get there. Also, you have to remember that if you keep your jump pack plugged in all the time, that will also degrade the battery. It's a delicate system. You have to be careful with it. Now, absolutely, jumper cables do not compare to the cool things that a jump pack can do, especially some of the newer ones, which can inflate tires and have lights that light up your way when you're broken down, and have flashers so that people can see you on the road, and obviously jump your car and even charge your phone. That's all cool stuff. Jumper cables cannot win that fight. We immediately concede to that fight. But there are things that jumper cables can do that a jump pack can never even measure up to. So what are those? Let me give you an example. Your daughter is going out with some guy, and your neighbor just came by and knocked on the door and told you, hey, I just saw your daughter with some new boyfriend. And you, of course, are going to call up your cousins, and you're going to show up over there to grab the guy. And you just noticed that you don't have any rope with you. But you know what you do have? Jumper cables. Because you know you're going to tie this guy up, slap him around a bit, and let him know who's boss, and tell him to treat your daughter right? Jumper cables came there and saved the day. Now let's think about something else that jumper cables can do. You go to the campsite or you park somewhere and you notice that your jump pack isn't charged and you need to charge it. As a matter of fact, you got to charge your cell phone and all kinds of other stuff. But there's a pole right there with two slotted screws that you can easily take apart with your toolbox that you carry in your trunk. So you take it apart, and with your jumper cables, you can go ahead and jump the AC and charge your stuff up, because guess what? Jumper cables can go ahead and be used to carry AC or DC. They're not stuck to one type of electrical system, right? So you can go ahead and power up your stuff. Now, of course, this may be somewhat so be careful in doing that, but you never know when you may need that. Oh, and then there's the joys of having a jump pack not recognize your battery because it doesn't have enough voltage or amps or something, right? It starts giving you an error and it won't see the battery. That is something that jumper cables don't care about, and the other car's alternator doesn't care about. Here's another scenario. You have your friend help you because your car just broke down in the middle of the road, and you're on a steep hill, and as he goes to start lifting up your car with the cheap jack that comes with the car, he slips off and falls down. Now he's an arm's length away, and guess what? You can't reach him, because if you go any farther, you will fall down and you will end up where he's at, and you'll both unalive yourselves due to exposure. But guess what? You can go back in your trunk and take out your 4-year-old jumper cables, throw them down as a rope, and pull them back up. That's something a jump pack can't do. So let me tell you all something. Stop hating on jumper cables. Us old guys know the truth power of jumper cables. Learn from us. Now, this is not to say that you shouldn't buy a jump pack and augment your emergency system. And especially if you're going on long trips like Chicago or New York to Texas or something, absolutely grab a jump pack, charge it, and throw it in your trunk. That's great stuff. But for every day, just in case stuff, keep jumper cables and have a jump pack on hand just in case. I think that both systems marry each other and make your emergency pack better, not replace one or the other. Prove me wrong.